Going, it is all the news all the time. Yes, it is. And my name, as always, is Adam. Yeah, and it's really nice of you to be here watching these crazy videos. And we're looking interesting stuff today. What do we got here? We've got female-led Pirates of the Caribbean. No. Spin-off, not quite dead yet, in a hammer blow to Johnny Depp fans and sexies. Really? So this is coming from the website called We Got This Covered, and we'll have a little look. It's been almost half a decade, I like to say 5 years, since Johnny Depp was dumped, there he is, from Pirates of the Caribbean franchise, and the swashbuckling saga hasn't even got close to setting sail for its first instalment without Captain Jack Sparrow. For good reason, he is the face of the actual franchise. The actor's fans are thrilled that the multi-billion-dollar property remains mired in development hell. No, we're not. We want Pirates of the Caribbean 6 with Johnny Depp. They were even happier when the female-driven spin-off being developed by Birds of Prey duo Margot Robbie, Boo, and Christina Hodgson failed to get the green light to enter pre-production. Yay! Trying to continue any property without its most recognisable character and biggest selling point is a tough task. Impossible. But the champagne may have to be placed back on ice after producer Jerry Bruckheimer revealed to Collider that a story fronted by women isn't quite out of the question for good. Oh, come on now. We've all seen Ghostbusters 16. We all saw Ocean's, whatever number it was. We've all seen Charlie's Angels. It didn't go well. I think that a script will come forward at a certain point. We developed 2 different stories for Pirates, and the other one's going forward first. Yeah, so what is this other Pirates one? So that's what we're working on, to try and get that one made. So there is a Pirates film being made, and it's not the all-female or predominantly female, led by Margot Sea Hag Robbie. And no, so it's not going to be that. It's going to be something else. Is it going to be this animated series? Is it going to be with Johnny Depp? Is it going to be with Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson? Who knows? Who knows? It may not come with Robbie and Hodgson at the helm, good, but it sounds as though Disney hasn't quite abandoned ship when it comes to developing a female-led Pirates of the Caribbean. You're grasping there, mate, you're grasping. Audiences were beginning to lose interest anyway, given the cratering critical and commercial returns that greeted Dead Men Tell No Tales. So would anybody really be that devastated were the saga to head off into the horizon for good? It was going down in terms of ratings. People were less interested in it, but this is a whole new time, a whole new period. It's a whole new film. There's great interest around it. If it's done well, I think it could be awesome. So we shall see. So when they say we've got this covered, I think you should put we barely got this covered. Barely, just about. What else is going on? We've got Amber Heard seeks new defamation trial after losing to Johnny Depp. This is from the New York Times, a very serious institution itself. Ms. Heard's lawyers argue in the appeal that the trial was held in the wrong state. Yeah, so? And that the judge erred in prohibiting evidence they say supports her claims of domestic abuse. When I look at these things, I'm always reminded that the principle of a court is to give power to the people through the jury. And so juries become almost sacred. So overturning a jury decision, overturning a jury verdict, is actually quite a serious thing to do. And you can't do it with just minor technicalities. You can't say, well, he forgot to cross the T's and dot the I's, and she was sitting in the wrong chair, and the clock was 1 minute wrong. These minor things are not enough to overturn a verdict. It's got to be literally overturned, like pushing over a table. It's got to be a big event. It's not a series of tiny little things, because the general principle is the verdict of the jury is sacred. And if you start, or if people believe that their verdict is meaningless and it's going to get overturned by the Court of Appeal, then the whole principle falls apart. And people will think, well, there's no point in having a jury because it's been overturned on a technicality. Every single trial has some technicality. Every single trial will have some tiny aspect that one side can claim is enough to overturn a jury, and it can't be done. So it has to be a significant event. And what I've been reading of this appeal from Amber Heard, it's a shotgun, throw everything you can, kitchen sink, see if anything sticks. None of it's strong enough. It's all just hoping and guesswork, and it's not good enough. It isn't good enough to overturn a jury verdict. And yeah, that's my personal opinion on it. So what are they saying? Months after Johnny Depp prevailed in a defamation case against Amber Heard, who accused him of physical and sexual abuse, videos, he has begun testing the status of his public image, they say, appearing in a fashion show backed by Rihanna and an awards show in which he delivered tongue-in-cheek laugh lines about his derailed career. But in Virginia, the Virginia Appeals Court, the legal battle continues. Last week, Ms. Heard's lawyers filed an appeal in hopes of overturning a jury's verdict that Ms. Heard had defamed Mr. Depp, her former husband, in 2018 by describing herself as a public figure representing domestic abuse. This was in an op-ed, obviously, in the Washington Post. Mr. Depp, who was not named in the essay, God, they love that bit, was awarded more than 10 million in damages. But don't forget the 5 million in punitive damages as well, punishment damages. Claims that are factually accurate can't be ruled defamatory. So if you say something that's bad and is evil, but it's true, then it's not defamatory. So although the case technically hinged on statements from Mrs. Heard's essay, much of the trial focused on whether her accusations that Mr. Depp had subjected her to repeated physical abuse, including punching, headbutting and sexual assault, were true, and they were not. That's what the verdict of the jury stated. They were not true at all. Mr. Depp vehemently denied her accusations, and during the trial he argued that she was the aggressor in their relationship, and there's significant evidence for that. In their 68-page appeal, Ms. Heard's lawyers lodged an array of legal objections. Yeah, this is the appeal, this is the previous trial, so this is the appeal. As it's saying, it's an array of legal objections, all of them tiny little inconsequential, tiny little errors, like sitting in the wrong seat, using the wrong pen, it was a Tuesday. These are not good enough at all. It has to be a very significant event to overturn a verdict of a jury. It really does. Otherwise, the whole of law gets pulled into question. So there you go. Arguing the trial was held in the wrong state. Yeah, this sort of thing. And taking issue with the judge's decision to exclude certain pieces of evidence. This is the facts as they happened in the trial. You can't retry the trial in the appeal court. You've got to be there at the time. With the judge's decision to exclude certain pieces of evidence, including contemporaneous notes from the therapist that they say document allegations of abuse. Just because you say something to a therapist and you make a claim to a therapist, again, doesn't mean that it's true. And considering how much forethought and planning had gone into this, I don't think we can take any contemporaneous notes from therapists without any extra backup to them, to be honest. They asked for the jury's verdict to be reversed. I'm sure they do, either with a dismissal of Mr. Depp's claim or a new trial entirely. You can ask for what you want, but you have to have legitimate and significant facts, not just these minor issues all the time. What else has she got? The trial court improperly the jury from considering several separate instances in which Heard reported Depp's abuse to a medical professional. The issue here is you can say what you like to a medical professional and they'll write it down. It doesn't mean it's true, and that's probably the reason why the court didn't allow it to be put before the jury, because they know that these situations can easily be set up, and so it's improper to allow it. These issues are just not good enough. Mr. Depp's legal team has also appealed part of the verdict, and as they say down here, the jury's emphatic favourable verdict on all 3 defamatory statements alleged in his complaint fully vindicated Johnny Depp and restored his reputation, which is exactly what it did. So I don't think they've got enough. They're trying the shotgun approach. They're trying to chuck everything in the kitchen sink at this, but it's got to be large and significant. It can't just be a minor issue, like someone's got the wrong colour shoes on or something. It's got to be a real serious, significant issue to overturn a jury verdict, and I didn't see anything that was strong enough. So what else is going on, apart from that tomfoolery from AH? We've got some merch. If you want to get yourself some official Johnny Depp merchandise, the Never Fear Truth website, neverfeartruth.com, it's coming soon. Johnny Depp's art in multiple forms, bringing his community together, share his collective vision, coming soon. We've got Johnny Depp jewellery, Johnny Depp apparel, and over here looks like stationery. These look like photos, printed photos. The company that makes these is the same one that's printing the NFTs, the physical copies of the NFTs. So are these prints that are available for sale? We're not sure yet. Apparel, so we're looking at t-shirts, hoodies with Bunnyman prints on them, jewellery, earrings, necklaces. What are we looking at? Bracelets? Could be anything. Very interesting indeed. What else is going on? Well, there's some issues down on the Discord saying that if you have one of these NFTs or you've got one of these community roles over here, then you should get an email soon, and you can submit your email address and fill in a form. And if you've got one of these NFTs, you are going to get mystery merch reward number 1. And if you're on the community role, you're going to get mystery merch reward #1 community. So yeah, so all these are open until the 5th of December. So if you're still interested, you could probably get yourself one of these NFTs. They're going for about, what is that, $200? So you could get one of these NFTs. That gives you $200. That will make you a holder, and you get some sort of mystery merch reward, plus the NFT, plus you can get the physical copy, plus you get access to this section up here that's locked. It's all good. I'm thinking about it myself. Might get one of these things, get some merch going on. It can be all good. Well, I think that's about everything we've got going on today. Let me know your thoughts, your hopes, your dreams, your ambitions, and join the membership. There's super thanks if you want to buy me rum. I like rum. And where's my rum? And I will see you guys later.